If you haven't seen it yet, Capcom has a brand new original game coming out soon. It isn't from a franchise, nor is it a sequel, it's not a remaster, a remake, or even a reboot. It's a completely new IP. It's called Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess, and it's being directed by the man behind Capcom's other recent IP, not Exoprimal, but the once Apple exclusive Shinsekai Into the Depths. The best thing about Kunitsu-Gami is that it releases in just 1 week. Although Kunitsu-Gami hasn't received a ton of attention, at least compared to past Capcom games from more recent years, I really believe it should. Earlier last week, Capcom dropped a demo for Kunitsu-Gami, and it was incredibly fun. I think if this was the full game, I would have become addicted. Everything comes together so well to create a unique experience here. It's quite mind-blowing. In case you haven't played that demo, I've left some links in the description for all the different versions of it if you want to try it out yourself. Ever since I played through the demo, this game has been stuck in my head. Kunitsu-Gami really is one of the most inventive games Capcom has released in a long time. It might actually be one of the most creative titles in the studio's entire history. By combining what are essentially trailing missions, light item and character management, some simple tactics gameplay, fairly light action, and heavy tower defense, they've turned a potentially bland mashup into something that is really damn special. And when I call Kunitsu-Gami really damn special, I truly mean it. If you're anything like me, you will likely be hooked by the game's flair and presentation and be engrossed by this blend of genres. Story-wise, Kunitsu-Gami is about So, whom you play as he guides a goddess called Yoshiro along a path to purge a corrupting force called the Defilement. This defilement has taken over much of the world. So, Yoshiro, and whoever else you recruit, have to purge the Torii gates to remove the defilement and prevent more enemies, called Seed, from coming out of them. During the day, So prepares for the coming night by locating items, recruiting villagers, giving those recruits various classes from melee, range, stun, or healing. So collects little items from purifying the land, which can be used to either class the recruits or carve the path for Yoshiro to reach the gate. When it becomes night, an onslaught of different types of Seed will try to reach wherever on the map Yoshiro has left off. The closer to the gate you get Yoshiro during the day means the harder of a job it is to protect her from the Seed at night. Positioning your recruits using the environment and every other tool available to you is required to ease the burden of protecting Yoshiro. Everything here is wrapped up in this gorgeously crafted world inspired by traditional Japanese mythology. Playing through the demo had me feeling the most immersed I'd ever been in this sort of traditional style world, probably ever. It's super engrossing, and everything from the menus to random item descriptions all do a great job at sticking to this theme. Gameplay-wise, Kunitsu-Gami continues to shine, with some very simple action akin to your basic early combos in a Koei Tecmo Warriors game. I haven't done any extra research, but in the demo at least, you only seem to have a couple simple combos, but they're all still pretty flashy. And most importantly, they're fun to pull off. What So lacks in combat, he makes up for with the preparation of units that you're able to equip with whatever role you choose. Early on, a combination of Archer and Ascetic proved the most effective for me personally. While the Ascetic froze enemies in place, Archers would be able to send a barrage of arrows and quickly pick off whoever you missed at the gate. I wasn't expecting much from Kunitsu-Gami. At first, I honestly thought it was a Diablo clone with a Japanese-style mythology skin thrown over, but in reality, it is something truly unique. Despite all of my praise, however, the game does have some flaws that I found apparent from even before I started playing through. Firstly, I'm not sure if this gameplay style will be enough for a game that is likely to reach 10 hours or so in length. Secondly, the pricing, which before taxes is 66 Canadian dollars, or 50 US dollars for comparison. That to me seems a little bit high. Thirdly, and most surprisingly, is the lack of an announced physical release. This could be a Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster situation, where a physical copy is planned to come out later, or through a specialty realtor like Limited Run Games. Either way, this was a game I really would have liked to own physically, and the lack of one is my biggest gripe with it. If it were cheaper, it would have been a lot easier to pre-order digitally, but for that price point and the likely length, I think I'm going to have to hold off just a little while before I buy it. If you are still interested in the game, you can find it on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X and S, as well as through Steam on PC. Currently, there is no Switch version, though I would bet that inevitably one will be released. Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess is out pretty much everywhere on June 19th. While it may seem that Capcom doesn't have much faith in Kunitsu-Gami, as it hasn't been advertised to the extent that their normal games are, I believe it has the potential to be one of their greatest. Kunitsu-Gami has what it takes to be great, so try out the demo. It's free and around an hour. It's well worth the time sink to try something truly new in this modern gaming industry. So, do you plan on picking up Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess, or have you tried the demo out? Let me know what you're thinking, because I'd love to get someone else's perspective on this game.